Welcome back. Today we are touring the Dreamfinders Neptune model in their townhomes in Jacksonville Beach, and the balcony behind me is probably one of my favorite features of this home. But more on that later. Let's get started with this tour. All right, let's get started on this Neptune model home tour. So this is a Dreamfinders model, and we are in Jacksonville Beach. This is their townhome. This townhome is 3 stories tall. It's got about 1,750 square feet and 3 bedrooms total, 3.5 bathrooms. We're entering the first floor. This is the entryway. And on this floor, you have a bedroom, a bathroom, and entry to the garage. So let's check out this bedroom here. So this bedroom here is about 11 feet by 12 feet. The bed here, I think, is a full bed. So they definitely have a full bed comfortably fitting here. They have some furniture on the sides, plenty of natural light on this first floor from the windows. And I like that the front door does have the window pane so that it does let more light in. So once you go into the bedroom, there's the closet. It's not a walk-in closet, it's definitely a reach-in closet, but it is a little bit deeper than like a standard reach-in closet. So there is gonna be a little bit more room here. Not a walk-in, not quite a reach-in, just a nice size closet where you could definitely fit some things. This room would also be perfect really for an office. So from the bedroom, there is a bathroom that is attached here. It's a full bath. You've got the sink, toilet, shower, everything that you need. And what I like about this bathroom is that it does connect to the hallway. So if you're in a pinch, you just got your groceries, you really gotta pee, you can run inside. You don't have to go through the bedroom. You can come straight into the bathroom and use the bathroom. Let's head into the garage. Technically, this garage is considered a 2-car garage. However, I would not consider this a 2-car garage unless your 2 cars are either a Mini Cooper or a John Deere ride-on lawnmower. The good news is, though, there is plenty of room to park 1 car, and you would have lots of room left over for storage. And there's plenty of room if your favorite mode of transportation is like mine, and it's a bicycle. So also in the garage, you have the water heater, and back there in that closet, that is an HVAC closet. So let's go back inside and we'll head upstairs to check out the second floor. So the flooring in this house is going to be an LVP, and the color might be different than what's here on the model, but all the features that you see in this house are going to be included in the unit that you get. So the LVP is going to come standard. It might be gray, it might be a light tan color, but all of the features like the type of cabinets, the wrapping that they might have on the island, all of that comes standard in these houses. All right, so here we are in the kitchen. So on the second floor, it's kitchen, dining, and the living room area. And then tucked over there in the corner is the half bath, which I really like. So this floor plan being only 1,700 square feet, it does not feel that small. This kitchen is really large. There is plenty of space on the countertops. There's plenty of space on the cabinets. And what I also love is that it comes with an over-the-head range that actually vents outside. You don't always get that. Over here we have the pantry. So lots more storage for you. We'd have to ask if the fridge is actually included when you buy one of these homes. I know the washer and dryer is not, but usually if they have a fridge in here, that does mean that it's included. That's something that we would have to double check. I do really like the feature that they have of this shiplap wrapped island. It just adds a nice little detail that typically in a lot of like standard homes, you don't always get those features. So I do really like that. And so earlier I mentioned that the balcony was one of my favorite parts about this house. So let's go check that out right now. And the doors that go out to the balcony, also one of my favorites because these are double sliding doors. So that means you don't just get one open area. These open up fully, right? So you've got 2 panes there that can be open, and then this screen also slides. So you can close it. So if you wanted to just have the middle open, because I don't know why, you can move the screen over, but you can move that screen around to where you want it to be. So here is the balcony. And this is the view. This is the favorite thing that I like about this model is because you have direct views over to the park. And I just am envisioning that, my kids are asking me, hey mom, Janice and Jimmy want to come shoot some hoops? Can we go to the basketball court and play? And I'd be like, heck yes, go ahead, because I can see you from the balcony. So I really love that. I just think, this is a great opportunity to be across from a place where if you want to be outside playing pickleball, playing basketball, taking your kids to the park, if football practice is on the park over, just beyond this playground, you can walk to everything here. All right, let's head back inside. We are going to check out the half bath, which is over here in the corner, right by the stairs. I mean, it's your standard half bath, just a toilet, sink, and a mirror there. I do like that it's tucked over here in the corner and that it's not like directly off the kitchen or directly off the dining area. There's plenty of space here from the kitchen, so that, right, you've got spaces to sit in the kitchen to eat. You've got the dining room table to eat. There's plenty of space there. And this looks a little bit bigger than probably what it does in the video, but there's plenty of room for like a nice, you could even have like a U-shaped couch here, I think, like not just a standard L-shaped sofa. I think there'd be plenty of room for like a big, nice couch for comfy seating in this living room. All right, let's take it upstairs. On this third floor up here, there are 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The laundry's also up here. That's gonna come standard with carpet on this floor, which I know some people like carpet, some people don't. I think I'm a fan of having carpet on the 3rd floor just because it's definitely gonna be a lot quieter footsteps. Up here, you have 9-foot ceilings again. On the 2nd floor, there were 10-foot ceilings. So this bedroom has a twin bed in it and just a little seating area over here. This is roughly the same size as the bedroom on the 1st floor, but what I like about this bedroom up here too is that it has its own bathroom. So this is an ensuite bathroom. It's got the tub, in case you need to wash a baby. You've got your toilet, your sink. And over here we have another reach-in closet. So it does have doors, but it's just a reach-in closet. It's not a walk-in closet, but there's still plenty of room there, plenty of room to go up, plenty of room to put shelves down. So as we go back out here at the top of the stairs, this is where you would have your washer and dryer, which is nice because most of the clothes are probably going to be up here since you do have 2 bedrooms up here. Even though this is a middle floor plan, I would say that there is still plenty of natural light in this house. It's just the HVAC closet where they have the air handler. And then another thermostat for this floor, which is great. But like I was saying, there's plenty of natural light. Even though this is an end unit, some people worry about that. I even have friends who they specifically wanted an end unit because of the light. And the funny part is I was talking to them yesterday and they were like, yeah, we don't know if we really needed all that light because now they have windows everywhere. And when you look at these models, there is actually plenty of natural light coming through, even though it's not an end unit. So this would be considered the primary bedroom. They do not have a king in here. Just want to show this to you again. This is a queen bed in here, and they do have furniture on either side, but like as I'm standing in here, you could fit a king in here because the king would just be a little bit wider than this queen here. There would still be plenty of room for a king bed, and you would still have room to put the tables on either side of the bed. So I do think you could definitely fit a king in here. Let's check out the closet. So definitely the best closet in the house is right here. This could almost be like a small nursery because it is a big closet. And plus it does have air conditioning, which is good. But this is a big closet. You know, you could definitely make it custom, do what you want in here. It's probably about, I would say 7 by 8 feet. And now let's go to the bathroom. So here's your master bath. Separate toilet, which is always good. Vent, air conditioning. I think those are very important separate things that you should have in the toilet room. I think they call it a water closet. That's the proper name. Okay, so we do have dual sinks here in the primary and then just your standard walk-in shower. And honestly, the shower is like a perfect size. I'm kind of in the camp where like these showers that, like, you know, some showers are almost the size of this entire bathroom. And I'm just like, why? That's just so much space that could be used somewhere else. And I just don't think you need a shower that you can play baseball in. All right, one more time through. Oh, we got the smoke alarm beeping for us, which is great for this tour. So let's head back down. Do one more glance at everything. I think I kind of told you everything that I really wanted to get out on this tour. For all the specs and the features, I didn't want to just list those off of, the LVPs included, the shiplap around the sink, or, the style of the cabinets and how tall are they. I will link those down in the description so that you can see those for yourself. But overall, this is a nice house. I think that for the space that you get here, for the size, the square footage, this is really nicely laid out. And I just love that the kitchen is still really big and that you have this big island. I love how, because this is something like you can't tell unless you're here, this island has really good spacing away from the other countertops. So there's just plenty of room here. So someone's washing the dishes, looking over at your neighbor, someone can still walk behind you and not feel super crowded. So someone can get a drink, someone can go get their fork and their knife. I just think there's plenty of space here to be cooking and using the kitchen for more than one person. Three thermostats all together. All right, well, that is the end of our tour. And if you've been thinking about making the move to Jacksonville Beach, whether it's next week, next month, or next year, shoot me a text or give me a call. I would love to help you make the move to Jacksonville Beach when you're ready, and I will see you in the next video.